Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you how to make a granny square. Basically the way it works is you'll start in the very middle and you're working rounds from the centre out. So to start, we need to take our little ball of yarn, make a loop. This is going to make our slip knot. Once we've got our loop, we take the tail and place it vertically underneath the loop. Hold on to that bit in the middle, hold on to your tails and pull on the loop. That makes our slip knot. Then I'm going to take our hook, pop it into the loop and pull on the tail to tighten. We're then going to set up our other hand, place it palm up, loop the yarn around your little finger, over the top of the second two and around the back of the first. We're then going to make that sort of shadow puppet bunny shape with our hands, and we're going to do 4 chain stitches. So if we're holding our hook and our yarn parallel, we're going to catch the yarn and pull it through the loop on our hook. Catch the yarn, pull it through the loop on your hook. Catch the yarn, pull it through the loop on your hook, and then one more time, catch the yarn and pull it through the loop on your hook. That leaves 4 chains, and it will create something that looks a bit like this sort of little plait style thing. So what we need to do now is we need to turn this into a circle so that we can work into it. We are going to do that by sticking our hook into that very first chain that we made, the one that's closest to the knot. And what that'll do is create this sort of U shape on your hook. And what we're going to do with that, with these 2 loops that we've got, is with that same motion that we were doing when we were making a chain, where we catch the yarn and pull it through, but this time we're going to pull it through everything on the hook, those 2 loops. And that creates this kind of donut shape, which we're going to be working into. So there's this sort of big hole in the middle. So to start our clusters, we're going to begin sort of about here and do 2 chain stitches. So exactly the same as we were doing at the beginning. Catch the yarn, pull through, catch the yarn, pull through. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start working into the donut, and we're going to do our first double crochet. So what you want to do is that motion where you catch the yarn, but instead of pulling it through, you just want to wrap it around the hook. Then we'll take your hook and pop it in to the center of your donut, the big hole that's in the middle of all your chain stitches that you just made. You want to go into the center. So then you're going to catch the yarn and pull it through just the donut. And what that does is it leaves you with 3 loops on your hook. You're then going to catch the yarn and pull it through the first 2 loops. Catch the yarn and pull it through the second 2. And that is our very first double crochet. So we're going to do that again. We're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, pop the hook into the donut, catch the yarn, pull it through the donut, and that leaves us with 3 loops on the hook. Catch the yarn, pull it through the first 2 loops, catch the yarn and pull it through the second 2. And that is our first cluster. So we've just made this part here, and what we need to do now is make a corner so that we can stitch into it in the next row. So same as before with the chain stitches, we're just going to do that 3 times. We're going to catch the yarn, pull it through, catch the yarn, pull it through, catch the yarn, pull it through, and we've got 3 chains. So now we're working back into the donut. We're going to wrap our yarn around the hook, put the hook into the donut, catch the yarn and pull it through, and then with the 3 loops on our hook, I'm going to catch the yarn, pull it through, catch the yarn and pull it through, 2 loops at a time. Some more yarn, and we're going to do that again. So we're going to loop the yarn around the hook, put the hook into the donut, catch the yarn, pull it through the donut. We've then got 3 loops on our hook, catch the yarn, pull it through the first 2, catch the yarn, pull it through the second 2. We're going to do that again. Wrap the yarn around the hook, put the hook into your donut, catch the yarn and pull it through the donut. Then we're going to catch the yarn, pull it through the first 2 loops on your hook, catch the yarn, pull it through the second 2 loops. And hopefully you'll be able to see the first corner of your square starting to appear. So we've got this sort of section here now. So same again with the corner. We're going to 1, 2, 3 chains, and then we're going to double crochet back into our donut. So do that once, twice, and then a third time. And then we've got 3 sides to our square. I'm going to make another corner by chaining 3. We're going to crochet back into the donut with our double stitch. So yarn over, into the donut, catch the yarn, catch the yarn. Same again, double crochet, double crochet. So now we need to make the last corner of our centre square. Chain 3. And now what you need to do is pop your hook into that last chain stitch of the very first 2 chain stitches that we did. So right at the beginning of this square. So if you can just try and wiggle the hook somewhere into the top of the previous cluster. You're then going to catch the yarn and pull it through that cluster, so there's 2 loops on the hook, and then you're going to go through again that last loop so that there's just 1. And that, fingers crossed, is what you've got. The very start of your square. So to build on the next round, what we need to do now is we need to jump over this cluster. We need to create a gap over it. So we're going to start by chaining 3. 2, 3. And then we're going to work into this next corner, not the one you're over, the next one. Wrap the yarn around your hook, pop it into the corner, catch the yarn and pull it through so that you've got 3 loops on your hook. Catch the yarn, pull it through the first 2 loops, catch the yarn, pull it through the last 2. And we're going to repeat that twice. So now we need to make another corner. We're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet back into that same hole, that same corner. So we yarn over, put the hook into the corner, catch the yarn and pull it through. You then got 3 loops on your hook, catch the yarn, pull it through the first 2, catch the yarn, pull it through the second 2. And we're going to repeat that twice more. So double crochet, double crochet, yarn. So to jump over this next cluster and to create the space to work over the top of it, we're just going to do a single chain stitch just like we did at the beginning, and then again into this next corner we're going to repeat what we did in this corner. So you're going to do your double crochet where you wrap the hook, the yarn around the hook, put the hook into the corner, catch the yarn and pull it through, then got 3 loops on the hook, catch it and pull it through the first 2, catch it, pull it through the second 2. We're going to repeat that twice more. We're then going to make our next corner by chaining 3. And we're going to double crochet 3 more times. Okay, so now we're going to jump over that next cluster with doing our single crochet. And we're going to double crochet 3 times into the next corner. We're going to make the next bit of our corner, so we're going to chain 3 times. Then we're going to double crochet 3. Jump over this next cluster by chaining 1. Same again in this very last corner. We're going to do 3 double crochets. And then we're going to make our last corner. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 chains. And so for this last cluster, because we've already got these chains that we created right at the beginning, we don't actually need to do 3 double crochets, we only need to do 2, because this one here, this chain, is going to act like a bit like a false one. It's kind of like a fake that we've created already. So we just need to do 2 double crochets. And then, a bit like you did with the first square, you're going to find the top chain, find the hole, and you're just going to pop your hook through. And then we're going to do our slip stitch through, so pull it through the first bit, and then the second loop on your hook. And that should be the next round in your square. So we've got one more round to go. And we're going to start this off by chaining 2. 1, 2. We're then going to double crochet into this gap that's right next to us. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook, put the hook into the gap, catch the yarn and pull it through the gap. You've then got 3 on your hook, catch the yarn, pull it through the first 2, catch the yarn, pull it through the second 2. Same again, double crochet, and that is the first cluster of our last row. So we're going to chain 1 because we need to jump over this cluster, and we're going to do 3 double crochets into this corner. Need to make our new corner, so we're going to chain 3. And then we're going to do 3 more double crochets into the same corner. We're going to chain 1 because we need to jump over this cluster. And then we're going to do 3 double crochets into that next gap. Some more yarn, another chain to jump over the next cluster, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets. Then we're going to chain 3 to create our corner. And we're going to create our next cluster by doing 3 double crochets. So now we're going to do our jump, double crochet, and then we're going to work into the next corner. So chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets into our corner, and then we're going to do our 3 chains to make our corner. 1, 2, 3. 3 more double crochets into that same corner. 1, 2, 3, and it pretty much we carry on doing this the whole way around to make a whole row. So chain 1, 3 double crochets into that next gap, chain 1, and now we're in our last corner, so we're going to do our 3 double crochets, then we're going to do chain 3, do our last 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Now because we've got to jump over this final cluster, we're just going to chain 1, and in the same way we were doing before, you're just going to find the loop at the top of that previous double chain that you did at the beginning, and you're just going to catch the yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through that final loop on your hook. And that is our granny square. So to finish, just get your scissors, snip it off, and we're then going to take our loop and our tail, bring the tail through the loop and pull it tight. And that is a granny square.